The Oriflamme was the battle standard of the King of France in the Middle Ages. It was originally the sacred banner of the Abbey of Saint Denis, a monastery near Paris. When the Oriflamme was raised in battle by the French royalty during the Middle Ages, most notably during the 100 Years' War, no prisoners were to be taken until it was lowered. This tactic hoped to strike fear into the hearts of the enemy, especially the nobles, who could usually expect to be taken alive for ransom during such military encounters. In French, the term Oriflamme has come to mean any banner with pointed ends, by association with the form of the original, legendary origin. The Oriflamme was mentioned in the 11th century ballad The Chanson de Roland as a royal banner, first called Romain and then Montjoy. According to legend, Charlemagne carried it to the Holy Land in response to a prophecy regarding a knight possessing a golden lance, from which flames would burn and drive out the Saracens. This suggests that the lance was originally the important object, with the banner simply of decoration, but this changed over time. History. The Oriflamme was first used by Louis VI in 1124 and was last flown in battle at Agincourt in 1415, though a version of it remained in the Abbey of Saint Denis until the 18th century. Louis VI replaced the earlier banner of Saint Martin with the Oriflamme of the Abbey of Saint Denis, which floated about the tomb of Saint Denis and was said to have been given to the abbey by Dugot, but disambiguation needed. Until the 12th century the standard-bearer was the Comte de Vexin, who, as vowed to Saint Denis, was the temporal defender of the abbey. Louis VI, having acquired Vexin, became standard-bearer. As soon as war began, Louis VI received communion at Saint Denis and took the standard from the tomb of the saint to carry it to the combat. It is recorded as having been carried at the following battles, campaigns: Bouvines 1214, 7th Crusade 1248, Mons en Pévèle 1304, Cre Acute Cy 1346, Poitiers 1356, Roussillon 1382, Agincourt 1415. The Oriflamme was lost at least 5 times during its medieval history: Mons en Pévèle, Cre Acute Cy, Poitiers and Agincourt, and also during the campaigns of the Seventh Crusade under King Louis IX. Appearance. The banner was red or orange-red silk and flown from a gilded lance. According to legend, its color stems from it being dipped in the blood of the recently beheaded Saint Denis. The surviving descriptions of the Oriflamme are in Guillaume Le Breton, in the Chronicle of Flanders, in the Registre Delphinalia, and in the Inventory of the Treasury of Saint Denis. They show that the primitive Oriflamme was succeeded in the course of the centuries by newer Oriflammes which bore little resemblance to one another, except for their color. Significance on the battlefield. When the Oriflamme was displayed on the battlefield, it indicated that no quarter was to be given, its red color being symbolic of cruelty and ferocity. Although the azure ground strewn with gold fleur-de-lis remained the symbol of royalty until the 15th century, the Oriflamme became the royal battle standard of the King of France, and it was carried at the head of the king's forces when they met another army in battle. In the 15th century, the fleur-de-lis on the white flag of Joan of Arc became the new royal standard, replacing both the symbol of royalty and the Oriflamme on the battlefield. Porte Oriflamme. The bearer of the standard, the Porte Oriflamme, became an office and a great honor, as it was an important and very dangerous job to take charge of such a visible symbol in battle. If things went badly, the bearer was expected to die rather than relinquish his charge. Froissart vividly describes Porte Oriflamme Geoffroy de Charny's fall at the side of his king at the Battle of Poitiers in this passage. There Sir Geoffroy de Charny fought gallantly near the king. The whole press and cry of battle were upon him because he was carrying the king's sovereign banner, the Oriflamme. He also had before him his own banner, gules, 3 escutcheons argent. So many English and Gascons came around him from all sides that they cracked open the king's battle formation and smashed it. There were so many English and Gascons that at least 5 of these men-at-arms attacked one French gentleman. Sir Geoffroy de Charny was killed with the banner of France in his hand. As other French banners fell to earth, notable bearers of the Oriflamme. This list is incomplete. You can help by expanding it. Geoffroy de Charny, 14th century knight and author of several works on chivalry. He first bore the Oriflamme during the failed attempt to relieve Calais in 1347 and died at Poitiers defending it. Arnoul de Vaudreuil, 14th century former Marshal of France. He held the office from 1368 to his death in 1370 but never carried the banner in action. Guillaume de Martel, Seigneur de Bacqueville. He carried the Oriflamme at Agincourt and died there. The Oriflamme in literature.